What's up, Outrunners? This is Devin here with Outrun SEO, and today we're going to talk about the 3-step website health check. The absolute bare minimum that you need to do to figure out if your website is even in a position to be able to rank, compete, drive leads, and drive traffic. Okay, so one of the main problems that I see with a lot of our clients or potential clients, and one of the first things that we do as an agency when we onboard a new client, is we do some audits of their website. We need to make sure that this thing is at least running at a base level, and if it's not, we need to figure out what's wrong with it so that we can get it up to par and basically allow Google and the search engines to shine favorably upon your website and at least give it that chance to rank. So the first thing we're going to talk about is speed. Your website's got to be fast, and it doesn't have to be like roaring fast. It just can't really be slow. Google, as a company, wants its end users to have a good experience. The people searching and using its search engine, they want to make sure that it's delivering results that are not only relevant and helpful and valuable, but that are also provide a good user experience for the people searching. So they want, and one of those things is they want your website to be fast. So they've actually come out with their own tool that you can use, and they'll tell you, is your website up to our standards, pretty much. And what this is called is it's called the Google PageSpeed tool or test or whatever. We're going to go look at it right now. This is the one we want, PageSpeed Insights. So what you're going to do, and we just revamped the Outrun website. We just totally changed a whole bunch of stuff around, so it's going to be slow and there's going to be problems, which makes it a perfect case study and example for this exercise. So I'm going to use our website here. So you're going to just go type in your website into the box and click Analyze. Alright, perfect. So this is exactly what I figured would happen. After you redo a website or when you make one for the first time, there's going to be all sorts of problems that you're going to want to go in and fix. So what this is showing us here, I'm going to just skim over this very briefly because it's kind of an in-depth rabbit hole we don't need to go into today. But there's a mobile version of your website, which is served to mobile devices, and there's a desktop version of your website, which is served to desktop devices. So Google is going to analyze both of them and tell you what their score is. So they're giving us a 59 out of 100, which is shit. And on desktop, it's even worse, a 38 out of 100. So they're telling us this is poor. You can see it's red with an exclamation mark. I don't think that's ever a good symbol, like ever. So here's possible optimizations. And they're saying things like, eliminate render blocking JavaScript and CSS in above the fold content. And I promise I just spoke English to you. It might not have sounded like that, but they're also saying things like leverage browser caching, minify CSS, reduce server response time, optimize images, enable compression, blah. All this crap that you need to do to speed up your website, which is actually super important, and you probably don't know what any of this means. Most people don't. And that's why it's important to just, hire a developer or somebody who can speed this up for you, because the only thing we really care about is that it's fast. Especially this one. This one's total crap. 38 out of 100. We really need to speed these up. So they tell you how to fix it, and even when you click on how to fix, I mean, it's pretty much just like looking at gibberish for the average person, so don't feel bad if it doesn't make any sense. The point is that it needs to be fixed, right? If you go to a doctor and you have something wrong with you, you don't expect him to tell you all the things that are wrong with you and then tell you how to fix it and make you go fix it yourself, right? You're not going to perform surgery on your own leg. So just like that, we're going to get an expert to help us out. In your case, that could be us. It could be your developer, whoever. So that's the first thing, page speed. Let's get back to the presentation. So the second thing we want to look at is mobile friendliness. More people are searching on their mobile phones or mobile devices these days, iPads, tablets, phones, whatever, than they are on desktops. So if a majority of Google's customer base is on mobile, obviously they want you to have a website that works well on mobile, because at the end of the day they want to deliver a good end user experience to the people that are searching on their search engine, because the more people on their search engine, the more they can charge for ads. Not rocket surgery here. So mobile friendliness is something that we need to do, and of course the nice people at Google have given us a test for that as well. So all you have to do is type in Google mobile friendly test, and you can click on, well, you could just run it right here from the search engine, but I'm going to click on the website because that's how I'll roll. So is your web page mobile friendly? Let's find out. OutRunSEO.com. You want to put in your website there. I hope that that's pretty obvious. Boom! Our page is mobile friendly. I already knew that, but now we know it for sure. So this test is basically going to tell you if your website is mobile friendly. And what that really means is that most websites these days are designed with the ability to reorder and reposition the functionality and the features and the design as the window gets smaller. And this is Google just telling us, yes, it's mobile friendly and we don't got a problem with you there. So run that test on your website, see how you do. If it's not mobile friendly, you need to fix it. If it is, moving on to step 3. So in this step, we are going to actually run a test that we have for you that's going to look up a lot of other things that have to do with your websites. A lot of it's technical. We're not going to have to really go into it right now, but it has to do with site structure, architecture, keywords, and all the other stuff that Google looks at to determine if they think your website is helpful, valuable, usable, and something that they want to show their users. So remember, the whole point of the reason why we're doing all this stuff is not so that we can go tell our friends we have the fastest website, even though I know you're going to do that. The point is that we want to make sure that our website is fast so that it can be ranked in search engines so that we can take organic traffic to our website and convert them into clients and customers, right? That's part of the pull marketing that if you've watched any of our videos before, you already know about. This is the organic part, the pull marketing. We're trying to optimize for that, and this is the way we do it. So no gambling on this part. Get it tested, get a diagnosis done, kind of like how you got to go get a physical every year, and I know you probably skip those. I do too, but I don't always skip them. So let's make this the one time that you didn't skip the physical. Go to websitehealthtest.com. I'll even show you what it looks like, and run your website and see what happens, okay? You'll see that we can get a free website health test and SEO audit. This is hosted on Outrun, by the way. And if you just run your website in here, put your website there and click Analyze Now, give it a couple minutes. It's doing a lot of work, all right? Be patient. It's fine. You'll survive. And then it's going to generate a report for you, and it's going to ask where to send it. Obviously, put your email in there, and it'll send you the report. So the report is going to go over things like you can see here in the background. It's going to give you a score, and then it's going to say, it's going to do a content analysis, looking at keywords, looking at some of your code, looking at some of your rankings, looking at some of your headers, making sure you got headers in there. Basically, to have a good website, I'll just touch on this real quick. To have a good website in terms of on-page content, it's kind of like those term papers you hated writing in high school. They have to have a certain format. They got to have a title. They got to have your name in the upper right or left or whatever corner, and they have to have page numbers and citations. And like, if you didn't do it perfectly by the book, even if you wrote an awesome paper, you got a shit grade. So it's kind of one of those things. It sort of sucks, but it's super powerful for getting your website to rank highly because Google has a set standard that they go by, that they want to see. And if you give them what they want to see, they will give you what you want to, which is high rankings and all the organic search traffic. So websitehealthtest.com, run your website, look at your report, and that's really all you need to do. Those are the 3 checks. I actually wrote a much more in-depth post about this, which I will link somewhere around this video that you can go and look at, which actually does 10 steps, goes more in depth, 10 steps to getting your website up and running. These are just the 3 ultimate, ultra bare minimum. Make sure you got this part on point. If you have problems, fix them. If you don't, move on to the 10 steps. And if you got any questions, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Come join us in our Facebook community where we talk about all this stuff. And if you need help with it one-on-one, just schedule a call with us and we'll see if we can help you out.